2020. The weather today will be sunny and warm. Now on to Mrs. Co-Camper with more news.
Good morning and happy Friday. Today your live special area class is art, so be sure to check in with Miss Jones for your live lesson. And now we're going to turn it over to Mrs. Bean for a One School, One Book update.
Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bean and I'm here to give you an update for our One School, One Book, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. And you will see I have a picture of one of William's windmills that he built and William himself climbing up and down. So I don't know if you were able to see the reading on the Facebook page that Mrs. Nassar put up for me, but there was 3 videos. It was a really, really long chapter, but it was a great chapter, and it talked a lot about what William did to build this amazing windmill that you will see. So in chapter 9, it talked about how he decided to go to the library because he was just tired of not being able to go to school and to see his friends, and he felt his brain was going a little mushy, so he decided to go to the library and he started checking out books and finding about things about how energy worked, and he went ahead and scoured through all these trash and scrap yards and all these different places to find the pieces that he needed to build his windmill. And so look for chapter 10 next week, which is called Harvest Time, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Okay, I will talk to you soon and see you on the internet. Everyone stay safe. Bye.
Thank you, Mrs. Bean. And now for Friday's feature, Fairy Tale Friday, also with Mrs. Bean.
Hey guys, it's Mrs. Bean, and for Fairy Tale Friday, I'm going to read a story to you that comes from the Amazon. And this is called Jabuchi the Tortoise, a trickster tale from the Amazon. Jabuchi the tortoise played a song on his flute. His shell was smooth and shiny, and his song was sweet. His music wove through the tangled vines and floated above the treetops. All the creatures of the rainforest listened to his song. For some, Jabuchi's song was sour. Jaguar could remember when Jabuchi tricked him into chasing his own tail. Lizard could remember when Jabuchi tricked him into giving Jabuchi a ride on his back. Tapir could remember when Jabuchi tricked him into a tug-of-war with a whale. But the birds of the air loved Jabuchi's music, and they sang when he played, all except Vulture, who could not sing at all. He was jealous of Jabuchi and waited for the day when he could eat the little tortoise. There came a time when all the birds of the air were invited to a festival in heaven. The King of Heaven called them together to sing, to rejoice, and to receive his blessing. When Jabuchi saw the great gathering of the birds, he wanted to go too. "I want to play my flute for the King of Heaven," he said. Vulture laughed at him. I may not be able to make music like you," said Vulture, "but I can spread my wings and soar all the way to heaven. Take me with you," Jabuchi pleaded. Vulture saw his chance. "Climb on my back, little friend," he said. Vulture spread his dark wings and rose up in the air. Jabuchi held tight to Vulture's feathers as they flew high above the treetops. The dense forest and the great river stretched far below. They had almost reached heaven when Vulture suddenly swooped and turned upside down. Jabuchi lost hold of Vulture's feathers and slipped off his back. Jabuchi went tumbling down through the sky. The earth came rushing toward him, and he cried out, "Twigs and bushes, flowers and trees, move aside, make way for me." All the plants and trees of the forest spread apart to make way for Jabuchi, but he had forgotten to call to the rock. Jabuchi came down on it with a crack, and his smooth, shiny shell broke into pieces. At that moment, the music of the festival in heaven stopped. The king of heaven looked down and saw Vulture joining the other birds. "Where is Jabuchi?" the king of heaven asked. Vulture shrugged. "How would I know?" he answered. "Jabuchi wanted to play for me, and you offered to bring him here," said the king of heaven sternly. "Tell me where he is." Vulture turned away from the king of heaven and hid his head beneath his wing. The king of heaven commanded the birds to search for his Jabuchi. The birds filled the sky and flying high over the treetops, swooping low through the tangled vines, looking for the little tortoise. Toucan, macaw, and hummingbird found Jabuchi. He was lying helplessly in the forest. His beautiful shell was broken. The birds gathered the pieces and patched him together. When they were done, Jabuchi played a song of thanks for them, and where the birds had touched Jabuchi, they each took on a new color. Toucan got a red and yellow beak, macaw bright orange feathers, and hummingbird an emerald green belly. Vulture stayed the same dull color. He still can't sing. Jabuchi, the tortoise, plays on his flute. His music weaves through the tangled vines and floats above the treetops. His shell may be cracked and patched, but his song is sweet, at least to some. Okay, that's all, guys. So thank you so much, and be sure to be looking for the One School, One Book reading on the Facebook page, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Mrs. Bean, for that great story. Teachers, be on the lookout in your emails for a special and final teacher appreciation surprise. We hope you enjoy them. And now to today's joke of the day.
Hi, are you ready to laugh? Here's the joke of the day. Where do pig Eskimos live?
I don't know.
In pigloos. Now let's dive into Hero's purpose.
At Heroes, our heads solve problems and are always learning. Our hearts are respectful and considerate, and our hands work together for the good of all. Make it an excellent Eagle Day.